Welcome to the King Power Stadium, Leicester. That's where I'm from. And today I've got £50 and we are going to London. And that's going to include the travels, the food, and even place to stay. Can it be done? I don't know. Maybe if I scratch these notes further than my overdraft, it can be done. But maybe the London will have another homeless person. Let's dive in and find out. Good morning. 8:30 in the morning. We are at the Fosse Park, Leicester, and that's exactly where we're going. That's exactly where we're going, to the Flixbus. I've managed to secure a Flixbus return ticket for £9 to London and back. So let's just hop on a bus and see you in London.
Go ahead. 11D, thank you.
And just like that, we are in London. It's 10:20 right now and £9 down. We are at £41 now. Now we have to figure out the food and the accommodation where to stay. And at this point, when we are in London, we now have to visit some of the landscapes that London has to offer for free. Obviously, what else we can do while we're in London? You can't come to London and not say hello to our king. That's a Buckingham Palace. It has 775 rooms and 78 toilets. It's free to look at, but sadly not free to stay, because that would fit perfectly to my challenge. Then another fact, that one there is a Queen Victoria Memorial. Back in 1911, when it was built, that one cost about £200,000 to build. And if you convert that to modern times, like nowadays, that would be about 25 million to build. As you'd expect, look at the amount of the tourists we have here, so we're not going to be staying here for long. As you can barely squeeze through the people and see anything in the Buckingham Palace. That's just down there. I've decided I'll go elsewhere, and as I've done my research, not far from here, which this park actually used to be like part of the Buckingham Palace, and it used to be the place where they used to keep exotic animals back in 1600s. But nowadays, only exotic animals. Here are pigeons that doesn't respect your own private space. So where we're heading now is down till the end of this park, and then there should be like loads of statues of random people. And I want to see the Mr. Bean statue, and that's exactly where we're going. But if you want to have a look, that's the Queen Victoria Memorial. Sorry, the Queen Victoria Memorial building, 1911s, just in front of the Buckingham Palace. But look how many people are here. It just rammed of people. And as we're leaving the Buckingham Palace, which is just down there, this cost us £0. So we're still at £41 left to our budget for food and accommodation. And the time is probably about 12 o'clock right now, and still got a full day ahead. But what I think is happening, they have blocked all the road because there's some sort of a parade or something's happening, like where they show off the King Guards and it's like police everywhere, which is a good thing, because otherwise we would have cars here and it would be way messier. But then again, it's just too many people, which makes all this strip slightly longer, because you have to squeeze between all of them. But yeah, we're actually going all the way till the end of this road. Well, I've done my research why it was so busy, and apparently it's because it's the guard changing ceremony is happening, and this time usually it doesn't happen with like anyone else involved, but this time King's Colour Squadron, Royal Air Force involved, and the band of the Royal Air Force as well, which is why there's so many people. Because for normal event there wouldn't be so many, but apparently the tourists, they want to visit like special events, and that's why it was so busy today. Right as we're passing here we have a King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Memorial. That's why we got all these people here. So they say that Big Ben is the most famous face in the UK, but I'll say that Mr. Bean is even more famous face. To be fair, Mr. Bean actually does, his statue actually does look better than me after my £4 bus ride. As we just passed the Mr. Bean statue, which was down in the Leicester Square, now we are entering the Chinatown, the famous Chinatown of London. And as far as I know, the Chinatown been trying to establishing itself for 3 times, and it's been here since 1970s. So if there's any food I like, that's the Chinese. So later today, we are definitely going to Chinatown to have some scran. But seeing more tourists than actual Chinese people, I think that this is more like a tourist attraction than the actual Chinatown. But to be fair, you can see quite a lot of Chinese people here. So we're definitely going to one of these and having our food later on. But first, we still got a job to do. Still have to explore the London itself. And then, when we're checking into a hotel or somewhere where we can sleep, because I don't want to end up sleeping in Trafalgar Square hugging the pigeons. As we were walking towards our next destination, I got only t-shirt on, as you see, and a shorts. But look at the weather. Does not look as inviting as it should be. I got another 35 minutes to walk because, like we all know, I'm not spending no money. I'm walking. I'm saving every penny. So we arrived at our next destination, which is Garden 120. This place is free to visit, so we're saving money again, and we should have a proper nice view of the London because it's on floor 15, is it? So yeah, let's just walk in and see what we can see from floor 15.
Doors open.
Look at that view. And this is what you get in London for free without paying nothing. If you do your own research, then all these views, what do you think? Was it worth walking 1 hour to get the view of London? And if I'm not wrong, that's the London Bridge there. Just look at it. All this rooftop view. It's basically free of charge. Can't believe anyone would do that. That's absolutely sick. As we're finishing exploring this, I assume now we can go to some other places like Westminster or see a Big Ben. I don't know, we still got lots of time because the time actually is time is 13:38, so still got rest of the day ahead, which means I've got still plenty of time to roam around and explore the London. And I'm gonna show you even better spots, better places to visit, because who would ever known that something like this you you can see for free. Tell you what, if I run out of money, I think I found myself a spot where I can stay for the night. Look at that. Look at the spot there. Look at the spot there. It's definitely somewhere I could sleep overnight if I don't find the place to stay. So now we're heading straight there. Behind this bridge there should be another bridge, and then that's where the London Eye should be. At this point we only have spent £9 for a bus ticket there and back, and we're seeing the Buckingham Palace, which was free, and we went to 120 Art Gardens just next to Sky Gardens. That was also free. So we still got £41 to spend for food and hopefully to stay somewhere, because this bridge and the bridge, I don't really fancy sleeping there overnight. So fingers crossed I'm gonna find something. But for now, just heading to the London Eye to enjoy the view, because that's the most common tourist attraction. And then we go from there. I'm probably gonna get some food because I'm so peckish right now. For all I see, all these like expensive restaurants and cafes that like charge 20 quid for a meal. If I do that, that's definitely the bridge situation. That's definitely plus one homeless person to the London. You know, one of the things that I actually noticed while walking next to the River Thames is these ships there. The carcasses of them, so many of them abandoned in the River Thames. It's just weird that is, because can't they just scrap? As we're walking, the rain has started again, but here we've got plenty of street vendors on the side. So maybe we'll get something for overpriced prices for donuts for 9 quid. Would you pay 9 quid for donuts? It's insane. For some of the food for £10, but obviously I cannot pay these tourist prices because I'm on a challenge. I need to survive till tomorrow, and if I have 4 donuts for 10 quid, somebody send me 16 donuts and I can sleep under the bridge. That's not what we're after. So, plan of attack, we're still heading behind that bridge there, and then there should be next bridge should be Westminster. That's exactly where we're heading. But the vibe itself is getting way better, because I can see more vendors, more like positive vibes around. So even though it's raining, I'm still in a good mood. I've been walking for about 4 hours straight, but the mood still good. So I feel that we're gonna finish this challenge strong. So let's keep going, guys. Fun fact, these red double-deckers, they carry 2 billion people a year, but not me, because I'm walking. I'm saving money for this challenge. So, as you probably noticed, there is a London Eye. Well, we are not going there right now. We are going just from the London Eye straight over there, because there is famous Graffiti tunnel. And here it is. So behind that building behind me, that's where the London Eye is. And here is the famous Graffiti tunnel. It's been started by Banksy back in 2009 when he painted the first graffiti. And since then, this is the only place in whole UK where you can legally draw any graffitis and you'll be fine. The only place where actually vandalism has a 5-star reviews. Look at this. How insane is this place? Sorry, pal. Look at this, all of this art. Not surprised that there's so many people here, because look, there's somebody actually making some art as well at the same. If I wasn't wrong. Oh yeah, look at that. I think he's painting it off so he can make a new art. But how beautiful is this place? I totally understand why government have decided that people are allowed to paint on here, because this is not just like everyday, you know, paintings. Some of them are really beautiful. There's another one guy actually doing some graffitis. So this place is definitely worth a visit. And guess what? The best part is it cost me £0 once again. We're still at the £41. Now probably I'll be looking somewhere to eat and accommodation, because we have seen quite a lot today. Obviously the day is still not finished, we're still not giving up, but we have to be realistic. We don't want to start looking for a place to stay in the middle of the night, especially in London. So yeah, just gonna finish this off, walk to the London Eye, because that's free as well. Gonna see the Big Ben, and then we're gonna start looking for a place to stay. If you have watched this video so far, just make sure you press the like, subscribe, because most of you guys finish the video and don't press the like or subscribe or anything. So make sure you do it now, and then stay tuned for the rest of the video. As we are approaching the Elizabeth Tower. Oh, didn't you know? That's the Elizabeth Tower. It's called Big Ben because of the name of the bell inside. The bell inside, if I'm not wrong, is about 14 tons. That's about the weight of 2 double-deckers. And when you're gonna approach it, probably gonna be walking down this bridge. You most likely will face these scammers on a bridge, which have like 3 cups, have ball in one of them, and trying to tell you can win like £20, £50, but they always work in a group, so don't fall for that scam. But here we are at the Big Ben and the London Eye on the left.
Yes, Chris.
As we were approaching Trafalgar Square, which is just down there, and here, that way on the left, there is a Big Ben. We came across these King Guards, which probably most of you seen before, but didn't know where they are. They're just literally here next to the Trafalgar Square. Now I can see that a lot of people want to make photos with them. And I know that these horses, I've seen loads of videos of these horses, they actually bite, so you can't actually get too close. But you can see plenty of people trying to get photos with them. Well, we are going now, we are going towards the Trafalgar Square, which is just in front of us. And then I've secured myself a hotel stay for just £18. So that's exactly where we're going, because once we check in, I can finish my meal deal, and then we're gonna go towards the Trafalgar Square after, and to Chinatown. That's the plan for the rest of today. So, to be fair, after walking for solid 5 hours now, I kind of feel tired right now, so I just want to chill down a little bit. So, next episode in a hotel. So this one here is a famous Trafalgar Square. As you see, it's quite a massive place, and that building behind it is actually an art museum, and it's free to enter as well. So that's what we're looking at after we've sorted out the living situation. You know, one of the things that surprises me in London is it's like you got all of these beautiful buildings, all the clean streets, and then you have these phone boxes that normally represent you of the UK, but this one, as you see, been turned into the garbage. It's a little box, literal garbage. So I'm just surprised that nobody looks after them. Here we are at a Piccadilly Circus. This is the Piccadilly Circus. It doesn't actually stand for a circus where the clowns are, but Piccadilly Circus stands for circle from the Latin language. And this exactly where my hotel should be located. So basically I paid only £18. I assume it's somewhere where the scaffolding is. And here we are at the Zedwell Capsule Hotel. So we are looking for 2168. This is it. This is the room for today. Just look at it. That's where we're sleeping today. Let's put our Tesco bag, phone, so we got here a towel, blanket and a pillow. Feels like there is some aircon, an aircon switch, a light. So far, tell you what, it's pretty comfy. So we got ourselves Tesco meal deal. Got bacon, lettuce, tomato, some apples and apple juice. We had £41 for our accommodation and the food. We spent £18 for this hotel, which left us with £23 for the food. So I got here 15, 17, 18, 50, 25, so 18.75 is what left for our food. The meal deal stand us £4.25. I think that's fair value. So gonna get some food, charge the phone, because you have like the phone charger here, the socket, the light, a conditioner, finish the food, and then head out to the Chinatown and see what else we can explore. But for now, gonna enjoy our food. And that's the toilet situation. I'd say it's very clean, especially for £18. And these are the showers. So pretty much as big as your capsule. So we have slept in a little bit and we missed the National Art Gallery. And now I'll be passing by towards the Chinatown. But I've seen this hot buffet for £16 per person, and there's a lot of food in here, which does look really good. So that's what I'm thinking, £16, because we got our budget £17, so that's what we're doing, going in.
Hello, nice to meet you guys.
Is it £16 per person?
16 pounds per person, all you can eat.
Some-
Try if you want to get
No,
more
no.
of this, you know.
It's fine. I'm not that hungry. Thank you. So, there's quite a big choice what to have, and some vegetables as well. But we're gonna go with the standard noodles. That's what we want. A little bit of noodle, a little bit of rice, and lots of chicken. Lots of chicken. Oh, I can see that. That's definitely a sweet and sour chicken. That's what I'm having the most. As the top floor was overcrowded, and I don't really like to sit where it's too many people. We're gonna eat here. That is really good. That's really good. And based on my calculation, we got £1.75 left, which means we have completed the challenge. Now on this note, we spent 16 quid on a Chinese takeaway. That should sum up the challenge. And it's about almost midnight now, so we're going back hotel, getting some sleep, and back on a bus back to the Leicester. Good morning, 5:10 in the morning. We're walking to the Victoria Coach station. The sleep in a pod was alright, but like some of the things I didn't like was when people were walking to their pods, I could feel literally anything. Then again, for £18, what can you expect? All inclusive? I don't think so. So yeah, overall, not a bad experience, as we've seen, especially when you're in central London for £18. Would I do it again, or would I pay £80 for a good hotel? I'd probably go for £80, but it's good for somebody who's coming here for a day and is on very tight budget. Hopefully now I'm not gonna miss the bus. Yesterday as well, when I was showing you the Sky Gardens, 128 Gardens, there's actually a better place. I think it's on 44th floor, where you can have even better view of the London, but that have to be booked like 3 weeks in advance. But because I had this video in the plans only 4 days before departure, that means that didn't happen, because obviously I had 3 weeks in advance. Now we're approaching Victoria Coach Station, and it's on time as well. So got ourselves a drink, Coca-Cola, £2.70. That leaves us with 5p for the rest of the challenge, but obviously here is our bus here, 6 o'clock. So 19 minutes and the challenge is going to be complete.
Morning.
Morning.
Yep, Leicester City 11 days.
Thank you. And officially it's been 24 hours and 20 minutes since we started this challenge. To wrap it up, I would say, was it worth it? 50 quid to go to London and see the things I've seen? Definitely worth it, especially if you're going to London for first time. If you're going there for multiple days, then obviously it's not as great, because on the second day I recommend you to start spending money and going to the attractions that are paid, like London Eye, London Dungeon and stuff like this. As of sleeping in a pod, that was like an experience like sleeping in a spaceship, just the one that IKEA made, really. And if you're like very sensitive when you're sleeping to noises, that's definitely not for you, because every time that somebody was going like to the higher floors, that wake me up every single time, and it actually felt like the earthquake going on, because these stairs, little stairs, are very sensitive regarding all the other attractions. It was pretty good. Sometimes the weather was good, but the fact that it was raining, that was putting me off everything. And yesterday I've actually wanted to go to like the Chinatown and to art museum, but then again I couldn't, because as soon as I arrived at the Capsule hotel, before that I've been walking for 3-4 hours in the rain. I got sick, I had massive headache and I barely could eat. That's why we didn't go there. But I'll wrap it up here, guys. So if you did enjoy the video, press the like, subscribe, put a comment below, and see you all guys in the next video. Thank you, bye.